to not leave this event without having a tangible, doable, measurable strategy for taking the next step. Take something with you that is at least the seed of a plan of action. That's what this is all about. And the other thing is, this event is our gift to you, the volunteers, the planning team. And your gift to us is taking that seed with you and planting it in your congregation, your friends, and your network. And now, without any further ado, our mayor, Kitty Piercy.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you to Barbara and David and everybody who's been involved in bringing this together. I guess I'm just going to make a couple comments. Many of you I recognize because you are heavily involved in this issue on a regular basis, and in some cases you're living this issue on a regular basis. So I know that too. I think it's important for you never to think of this as a Eugene-specific issue. We have social and financial inequity all across this nation. And it comes to rest in our community and communities all across this nation because people just don't have what they need to survive. And so we have to take up our share, and many of you have done that, and I thank you for that. Just wanted to say a couple things about how I feel about where we are. I feel like people have been very innovative, people have been very giving, we've made some progress. We still don't have a public shelter for Sam, and we still don't adequately have enough housing available. Even when people have vouchers, they can't get the housing, so we have that issue. We're working on it in many places. What I ask of you, we get into these community conversations where there's a portion of the community that wants to blame people for being houseless, and there's another portion of the community that wants to help people, and some mixtures in between. When I'm talking to somebody that is not particularly empathetic, I kind of rely on the way I've talked to them about sustainability and other issues. I say to them, it doesn't matter to me if you like these people or not, you're going to be happier if they're housed. You are going to, if you don't want them on your streets and in your parks, then get them a house. And if you care about people being able to be safe and living well, then you want them to have a house. So I think you can approach it from both of those views. You'll find yourself in conversations with people where sometimes it's the practical thing, and for some it's the compassion of what you believe and care about. Both of those things work with people and help you in the kind of conversations you have. And they will help you in the conversations you have even within your own congregations. As you know, congregations are sort of political places too, and people have very different opinions within congregations as well. So that education piece. And the other thing I wanted to leave with you is people don't seem to really understand what rest stops are or what Opportunity Village really is. So to the extent that in your conversations today, you can talk about how your church can educate your folks about what those things really are and what they really aren't, I think can be helpful for your congregations and your friends and associates to really understand what a rest stop is and what goes on there and what doesn't go on there. And maybe you'll hear more about that today. You yourself don't know. I think most of you do. Anyway, I think that education piece is an important piece along with whatever else you do. This conversation, we can't get to be fully what we are capable of being as a community unless this becomes truly a community issue.
Yeah.
It's not to be born by one of us. It's to be born by all of us. And that's why you're here today. So thank you all very much.
Mayor-elect Lucy Dennis.
Thank you. I just do have to point out that I am trying to fill Kitty's shoes. It's a very direct exercise for me. I have said this in other contexts that people will often say to me, boy, those are big shoes to fill. And my response to that is that I don't have to fill her shoes. She has built a foundation that I get to build on. So that foundation of all of the good work that has happened in the last decade, particularly around how we as a community work on behalf of people who need our support, who need housing, who need services, that work has begun, and I have the privilege of continuing that work with all of you. And my heart is with you in this work. As you may know, I spent the last 7 years working at shelter care. I see a lot of familiar faces in the room, and I know that we have colleagues that are going to appear later today. And I deeply believe that we have the capacity as a community to enable people to recover stable lives. We know how to do this work. The only piece that constrains us are simply the capacity of the resources, and the energy that you all bring to this and the commitment that you all bring to it is the path forward through that, and that you do lead the community in recognizing that there are solutions, we know how to do this work, we can work together, and we will be a stronger and better community as we commit to taking care of one another and recognizing that everybody in this community, everybody, the housed and the unhoused, everybody brings something to the table, and we benefit from that. So thank you very much. I'm eager to hear the presentations today, and I appreciate your wonderful work.